Hello everyone, Tim here, and welcome to my review of Attendee Paintings from my March workshop, where we painted this quite tricky scene, the Santa Barbara Yacht Club. More on that in a moment. Once a month then, I select a challenging subject for watercolour, never likely to be an easy scene. Could be a landscape, street scene, or a seascape. And over a couple of hours or so, I do a step-by-step live and online demo painting the scene. These online sessions are fairly interactive. I get to answer your questions along the way, and at the end of the demo, attendees can come on screen and share what they've been up to, what they've been painting or sketching along the way. I'm shortly going to go through a bit more, again, in a bit more detail, my in-depth review of the paintings I've received from the workshop. I'll talk about what I really like in each one, maybe suggest a few little tweaks here and there that might help. Remember that these paintings were done by people at all different levels, all different stages of the watercolor journey. Some people are just starting out, others have been painting for years and years. And that's the beauty of the workshops I do. I get a wide range of different skill levels attending. Now, before I start, I should mention, of course, that these photos of the paintings may look a little bit different as I go through them in terms of colour and lighting. That's down to, of course, the different devices and cameras that people are using to take photos of their paintings. And if you fancy joining one of my workshops, up and coming, you can find all the details at my event website, crowdcast.io/@TimWilmot, TIMWILMOT. We've got some great sessions coming up. Everyone's welcome, and you will find more details on my website as well. First of all, what we got up to and painted. This is the Santa Barbara Yacht Club, of course, in Santa Barbara, and we've got a beach scene. The clubhouse is right on the beach here, creating some nice shadows across the sand. Light coming from the right. We've got the Pacific Ocean in front of us, maybe a distant coastline there as well. A couple of figures walking down the beach. But the star of the show were all of these Adirondack chairs, that is those distinctive timber chairs with the sloping back, the sloping seat, the wide armrests as well, all timber construction. They're matching little tables, but we've got quite tricky grouping of tables and chairs. There's always seems to be about 4 chairs per table, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe some more looking in the shadows, but 5 or 6 groups of chairs. What I did, also another challenge was the sandy beach as well. What's the color of sand? If we go around and look at the beach here, it looks a little bit lighter, warmer in the distance, and then as we come down to the foreground, a little bit darker, a little bit more yellowy in that middle bit there, a little bit sort of redder, possibly cooler in the foreground. We've got some spiky agaves just cropping up from the foreground. I decided to lose those. Another focus was on shadows, trying to get nice shadow shapes, and quite easy shadow shapes coming from the building, the upper terrace there, creating that car shadow across the beach. Bit of negative painting to be done around these Adirondack chairs, the backs of the chairs, and then below on the beach itself, below the tables and chairs, the pattern of shadows coming from the slats on the backs of those chairs. And then within the chairs themselves, there's some shadows as well, like just in there, in here, the shading, the shadow on the back of the chairs as well. And then some subtle little bit of a soft shading on the beach itself where people are walking across this dry sand, a nice pattern of shadow shapes there as well. So that was a challenge before us. Let's have a look at my painting then, first of all, before we dive into the different attendees. As you can see, I've kept fairly true to the source photo. I removed those agaves, the spiky plants in the foreground. I've got the yacht house, the clubhouse, pretty much in the same position, but simplified it a lot with by removing that bar that was just in the front of the clubhouse, and also some of the poles and colours that were on the top terraces, the top terrace, which I think is a little bit distracting. But I just want to focus on the groupings of these tables and chairs, and a little bit of negative painting around the tops of those chairs, and the spacing between the slats. I think that went okay. And the angle of the backs of the chairs as well turned out sort of all right. The nice shadows below, darker shadows on the beach, the car shadows from the different shapes of those tables and chairs. Placement of the two figures, the beach colour. I think I got the colour of the sand, a good match to Santa Barbara there, as regards that lighter colour there, and then a little bit cooler in the foreground, and then within the dry sand, the shapes of all of those footprints. Maybe ideally could have gone with a little bit of a softer edge on some of those shapes. I think with the dry brush technique, you get a little bit of that, but nothing can beat going wet in wet. But it's always difficult to do that when I'm the demonstration artist working solo and trying to give a commentary along the way. Sometimes you miss out on the timing. It's not ideal, but that would be the best way of trying to create those soft shadows, is a little bit of a wet in wet technique while the sand surface is still damp. Figures have come out all right, bit of movement in those. I think they're pretty well placed over there on that left hand side, connecting the ocean with the beach. Yes, fairly happy with that. Keeping the building really, really simple, connecting the building with the shadow going across the beach. Maybe the shadow could have gone a bit longer, possibly, with the shadow coming out from the building, just to kind of almost connect with the ridge of the beach there. But it's right. I missed out the distant coast, so I kept it nice and simple. And a graded wash for the sky. Dark at the top, lighter at the bottom. That's my painting then. Let's go through the attendees one by one. First up then, Anna, as I go through, I'm going to be looking at the general composition of the paintings and the painting of the tables and chairs, obviously, the way that we can carefully negatively paint around those slats of timber, the shadows as well, nice shadow shapes, the colour of those shadows, the value of those shadows, then the colour of the sand, the figure painting, the figure drawing, painting, and any other creative elements, any kind of spin that people might put on it. So Anna, then first of all, nice composition and nicely mounted and framed. It always makes a difference, doesn't it? Having something mounted, having a nice border around the picture. So nice composition. I think the horizon might be leaning a tiny weeny bit. Doesn't matter. Very good figures. Tables and chairs, excellent. They might be I'm not sure if they're just a little bit small apart from these in the middle. They're all right. Those four there, table. But the others, I think they could be just a little bit larger. But you did a good job creating the slats on the back, and then the negative painting with the light tables going to the darker background. Lovely, just the right value for that yacht club building in the background, the shading underneath that. Beautiful colour sand, and the shadows, the footprints within the sand as well. Yep, well done, Anna. This is Barb. I've just decreased in size so I can just actually read out the names as well as I go through. So Barb normally always comes on screen with a sketchbook version as well in the paint along session. Yeah, really nice. I like the green colour of the sea. You've got the horizon a little bit lower, so we've got more of the sky. Beautiful. That is just a perfect colour of the sky. You've got the distant coastline in as well. Well done. Very good figures. Tables and chairs, brilliant. Really good. They stand out a lot. The ones on the left there, not sure if they're just a little bit, maybe just a little bit too small. But yeah, really good job. You've gone for more of a sort of yellowish colour of the sand. I think that works. Nice soft shadows in the beach as well. Very good way that you've created the kind of textures of things going on within the underneath the terrace of the yacht club. Very nice colour of the shading there. Yeah, excellent. Thanks, Barb. And Ben, nice composition. Oh, you've got the tall mast on the yacht club in there. Really gives it a nice sort of feeling of being a yacht club. Not so sure about the slope on the top there, Ben, but general composition very nice. We've got the light almost coming towards us as well with those figures on the left-hand side, sort of almost contre-jour. Nice colour of the sky and the sea. Good colour for the sand as well. There's a little bit of, from a perspective point of view, there's a little bit of a lean on the chairs on the left-hand side. I think they're a little bit more level on the right. You've gone for the 3-chair approach there. That's all right. Doesn't matter. I like the splattering as well. Beautiful colour of the sandy beach. That's come out really well, particularly on that right-hand side. I do like the way that you've done the sand there, and the agave making an appearance there in the bottom. Maybe actually that agave looks really nice. Perhaps it could be just a little bit larger. Maybe just a few of them sort of skirting around the bottom edge of the scene. Yeah, excellent. Well done, Ben. Oh, Ben's got the bar in. Well done, Ben. Right, next is Buck. All right, now this is nice from two points of view, two aspects. First of all, Buck has lowered the viewer level so that we've got a nice horizontal line of those tables and chairs, which incidentally are done superbly well. You spend a lot of time being very careful, painting around or drawing those tables and chairs, and then the careful painting around them as well. The second thing I like is the way that you've done the sand and the color, the warm color of the sand, but also these lines, these general lines of the footprints as well. They sort of, you get the faint feeling of a row of those footprints, and they're leading you into that area there. The shadows, of course, because we're a little bit lower down, we don't have the extensive shadows as we do when we're a little bit higher up. But that doesn't matter. We've got beautiful shadows here, slimmer shadows. Buck still managed to get those figures in as well, and the bar also, and the corner of the yacht house. Yeah, beautiful. Being very creative with the angle of the viewer, lowering yourself down, so that you've got those strong horizontals playing there, and also then connecting those groups of tables and chairs, and the actual pattern we've got of that strong horizontal line, which I've mentioned, but then the pattern of the general shape of those tables and chairs. We've only got three groups of tables and chairs now. Yeah, good. Well, I'm Buck and Christy. Now, I did give, in recognizing that the scene was quite complex, I did give an alternate view, just focusing on one tables and chairs, and they still retaining the essence of the scene with the side of the yacht club and just one set of tables and chairs, silhouetted, light chairs against that darker background, which Christy has chosen. It's come out really well. Even though it was a simpler view, it was still quite difficult because you've got just one set of tables and chairs to work with. You've got to make them work, and Christy's certainly done that with these 3 chairs and the table. Really well painted, nice perspective, good negative painting around the slats, the shadow from the building. Maybe could you have gone a bit darker, Christy, with the shadows of the building? Maybe a little bit darker of the building. But I like the effect that we've got of a line there. Obviously the roof, but this could be almost like a little sort of balcony here raised above the beach. Good placement of a little figure there, two figures walking away. Very nice colour of the sand as well, and the footprints, the shape of the footprints. Brilliant. Well done, Christy. Now, this is Jean. A lot more elements in here. I like the inclusion of the birds, of course. Lots of different seabirds there, pelicans as well, all different types of seabirds, egrets in Santa Barbara. And so nice composition. You've got little bits and pieces at the top there. The bar on the beach playing a big role in this as well. And 3 tables and chairs. Those tables and chairs are done really, really well. Yeah, the perspectives come out fantastically well on this. The placement of them, the size of them as well. Excellent. The figures also, nice couple of figures. The distant coastline, the colour of the sand. Nice sky as well. You haven't gone for that sort of plain, flattish sky. You've got a bit of darkness in that top left-hand corner, which we would do with the light coming from the right. We want to keep the sky a little bit light up there and then darken that top left corner. Yep, excellent. Thanks very much, Jean. And Joe. Let me just zoom in a little bit on Joe's. Nice composition. Oh, we've got a bit of surf coming in there, which would be very appropriate for California. The building itself, you've got it a little bit more kind of stretched out. Not sure. So those white shapes there are obviously some tables and chairs almost in the shadow of the building. So maybe there could be, maybe Joe, we could have some sort of legs of those tables and chairs just to sort of complete that a little bit and some shadow coming out from that as an idea. But the other tables and chairs done really well, particularly the main one there. You've got some agaves coming in from the left-hand side, bottom left-hand corner. I would try and give those agaves a nice hard edge and some nice points to them. The beach is brilliant, especially I like this bottom right, this bottom corner here, Joe. Really good. Nice figures also. The impression of some yachts, maybe some boats out to sea, sailing away. Yeah, excellent, Joe. Well done. And Leslie. Ooh, nice, bright, sunny scene. Very warm colour of the beach. Good composition. We maybe with the horizon, I'm not sure if we're completely straight with that. And also I would try with I know it's quite difficult, but try and avoid that little faint white line between the sky and the water. I would try and sort of close it up, try and prevent that if you can. Good figures, great figures, nicely placed. The building as well, beautifully done, nice shading, all sorts of different textures and colours in there, but just the right value. Tables and chairs, they're done all right, actually, really good. Maybe with the shadows of the backs of the chairs, perhaps they could be less of a gap. I think there, those shadows there and these shadows, maybe just a bit of a thicker line for the slats of the back of the chairs would work a little bit better. But great colour, that sand. That's lovely. That's a lovely colour. Good job on the sky as well. Well done, Leslie. Liliana. Oh, very bright. That sky is outstanding. That's a very nice colour. Sort of it's a very deep sort of greeny blue. Very nice indeed. Nice composition then. Gone darker with the sea, just right. Great colour of the beach. You've got in all of the tables and chairs. Well done. Maybe they could be just a little bit bigger the ones in, so these three here, they're a good size, but maybe the one on the left, but particularly this one here, maybe just a tiny bit larger, Liliana. Great figures. The face on the figure on the left, maybe they could be with the sunlight, maybe just a little bit of highlighting on that right hand side, just to make the head stand out a bit more. But great figures, bit of movement, perhaps some shadows as well of those figures, with the sunlight coming from the right hand side. I do like that sky there. That's a lovely blue. Well done, Liliana. And Linda. Nice composition. Yeah, everything is well placed. I think the photo, I bet your painting is brighter than this, Linda. It's a little bit dark, but I'm sure your painting is a lot lighter than this. Those tables and chairs are brilliant. I like the effect of the right-hand tables and chairs just being slightly, well, just ever so slightly off screen. Nicely painted around, nice building as well. Just be careful, a little bit of overworking, a little bit grey with the yacht club itself, the building, but just the right value as well. Try and do, I think you might have used perhaps a too small a brush for that building. Use a bigger brush. Great figures. Nice warm golden color of the beach as well, and the footprints in the beach. Well done, Linda. Excellent painting. And Mark. Right, Mark, like Jean, you've got the birds in, you've got the bar in. Nice composition. Great. You've gone really dark with the shadows, just right for the shadows of the yacht, the yacht club. Bit of surf coming in with the sea. Great figures as well. Tables and chairs, excellent. Particularly the one in the near ground here. Maybe we could have a little bit less. Bit like a fuse. Maybe dark. Maybe thicker shadows of those slats. All right, particularly that one there and that one, possibly that one. Very nice color on the beach. Good color of the sand and the footprints. Yeah, just like Mark's done. When you have groups of birds like this, try and make them randomly spaced, different sizes, and also the wing configurations in different stages of flight as well was a good idea. Thanks, Mark. And Mike. Oh, very nice. A nice, bold, clear watercolor. The tables and chairs, very precisely, accurately drawn and painted. Nice overall composition. I like the way that I presume you've lifted out, you've painted in the yacht club quite dark, just the right value, but then you've lifted out little shapes, you picked up on different shapes. Maybe we got the feeling of a countertop there, a column or a post, perhaps some posters or a window. Yeah, good idea to do that rather than resorting to too much white paint. Figures are excellent with the bags as well, accessories, walking towards us. Nice color of the sand. Lovely sky as well. Little bit of a wavy line to that horizon, but it's all right. It's okay. Possibly with the figures, they're just a little bit close to the horizon. Not that it matters. You've still got a little bit of sea there between the top of their heads. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit more. The top of their heads and the sky, but just be careful of that. It's getting a little bit too close. I would maybe have those figures. They're brilliant figures, but have them maybe just a little bit lower, so we've got a bit more sea. But fantastic painting, Mike. Well done. Very nice indeed. Right, Neil. Yep, nice composition. Where I think the sky and the sea could be a little bit more vibrant with the blue. So go a little bit bluer with that sky. and then a little bit darker bluer with the sea. It looks like a bit of a cool green, that sea, which is all right. Very good figures. Lovely figures, hand in hand, walking towards us. Tables and chairs, they are brilliant. Yeah, well done. Maybe that one there, Neil, could be a little bit lighter, a little bit whiter. But really good job on the tables and chairs, and the sand color. That's a perfect color for the sand, and the shadows of the little shady bits of the footprints as well in the dry sand. I do like your two figures though, especially the guy on the right hand side. Looks like he's sort of slightly leaning into his walk. He's on a mission, walking towards us. Brilliant. Thanks, Neil and Nick. Oh, this is very warm one with the color of that sand. Nice composition. Not so sure about the curve of the beach show. I think it would be better having that as a straight line, Nick. Maybe you could have gone a little bit darker with the sea, just a little bit darker. You've got the distant coastline in, well done. Nice wash for the sky. The yacht building and shadow. Now, I think that could be just a little bit darker, but it's come out all right. You've got a nice shape to it, good shadow shapes. The tables and chairs, they're all right. Maybe a little bit. Just watch the perspective again. It looks like we're a little bit, just a tiny bit too high, looking down on the scene as if we're on a pair of step ladders or something. But just a little bit out there. But really good job in painting all those really difficult tables and chairs. But the star of the show though is the color of that sand. That's a fantastic color. Really, you could warm your hands on that, on the color of that sand, the warmth of that color. Yeah, two good figures as well. Yeah, well done, Nick. Thank you. And Nino. Now, Nino does sometimes introduce a little bit of a liner wash. So we've got a bit of line drawing with the tables and chairs. And Nino, being based in Australia, sometimes can't watch the show live because we go out normally at 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. UK time. So it's a bit difficult for the Australians, but the events are recorded, so I presume Nino caught the recording and did it in his own time. Nice composition. There's a bit of an angle there, which I quite like with Nino's. He gets that angle in. Not so sure about the angle on the left-hand side. Maybe just a little bit of overworking of the lines as well. We haven't got the feeling of the white tables and chairs, particularly that one and that one. Maybe Nino, if you had less lines, less detail on those tables, the distant chair backs and tables, that might make them stand out just a little bit more. Be careful of going a little bit too grey with the shadows as well, and a little bit of overworking. But on the whole, it's nice. It's nice and loose. Very good figures. Got quite a wavy line for the horizon. You've got the birds in as well. Very good figures. Yeah, well done, Nino. Thank you very much. And just a brief mention about the next workshop, up and coming, something completely different. A highway with a very modern building by the side of it. A little bit simpler, a lot easier than these fiendishly difficult tables and chairs. So a little bit of an easier scene, but something quite different with that industrial building, the highway, traffic lights, some distant mountains. There's the location. There's the site address for the event where you can register, watch live, watch the replays as many times as you want to. We've got chat going up there, polls, questions and answers, accessing the source photo as well. Hope to see you soon on the next workshop. Right, next up, Nydia. Very nice composition. You've done a great job on the tables and chairs. They're brilliant. Very, very good indeed. You've got them all in, 5 sets of chairs and tables. The sky is very good. The yacht club building, yeah, that's all right. I would say with these square with these windows, try and make them a little bit more square, more pointy corners if you can. Very good figures. Just be careful with the size of the heads. The one on the left is brilliant. I do like that one. You've got the sense of a bit of a wind, a bit of a windy day here, which would be very appropriate being on the coast. But that left-hand figure is superb, and the movement that you've got in those as well. Nice sea as well. Bit of few waves coming in there. Very nice colour of the sand and the footprints. With the footprints, try not to make them too evenly spaced. Try and make them a little bit more random if you can. The ones in the foreground a bit better. In fact, the beach on the left-hand side, that is very nice. You've got a nice sort of soft edge to the darker footprints in the sand. But those tables and chairs are really good indeed, especially the near one here. Excellent. Well done, Nydia. Nice job. And Ravi B. Nice composition. Nice strong horizontal edge for the yacht club. You've got the bar in. You've got the mast in, all the flags as well. Nice horizon. Just be careful of that. A little bit of a light creeping in there, but it's all good. Nice colour of the sea. Good figures walking in towards us. The tables and chairs really well done. Particularly the nearby ones. The ones that can have to be the nearby ones. Maybe the ones on the left could they just be a little bit bigger, a little bit larger, possibly. Nice colour of the beach, though. Very nice colour, and the shapes of the footprints as well. Brilliant. Well done. And Ravi N. Well, you've got the prize for the most figures there, Ravi. Also, I do like figures that are connected to shadows. They come out really well. Nicely silhouetted against the lighter background. Very nice composition then. Nice sky. Good clean lines of the yacht club. You've got the sort of impression of a bar or something going on there. Just in there, that sort of tiki house type bar there with a straw top. That's brilliant. Tables and chairs, they come out really well. You've got 4 sets in there, nicely painted around the back ones. You've gone for more of a, not sure if it's your photo, but more of a sort of silvery colour to the sand. That's come out really well. I like the shape of the footprints as well. Brilliant. Well done, Ravi. And Robbie's gone for a vertical format and seated figures. Brilliant. That's come up really well. Just one table and chairs, that's all we need. The flag flying up there, the shape of the dark blue sky against the more distant fair weather clouds. You rival Ravi in, to see, Ravi's got 7 figures. You've got 6. Well, you're pretty close, but you've got them seated. That would be very appropriate. I do like the lady with her back to us. Nice sun hat as well. They've got their shades on. 2 figures walking towards us. Maybe that horizon could be just a little bit straighter, possibly. I'm not sure whether I'd make those figures a bit bigger. Nice colour of the sand. But that vertical format works really well. Not so sure about still keeping the bar in. With the right-hand edge of the bar being right on the right-hand edge of the composition, maybe the bar was sort of moved over a little bit. But it's expertly executed. Well done, Robbie. And Sandra. A lovely scene. Nice composition. Good balance to it. Not so sure about the shape of the car shadow coming out from the yacht club. I think, Sandra, that that line there, maybe it could be a little bit more horizontal. Oops, a bit more horizontal coming out like that. So a little bit more horizontal with the sides. But other than that, expertly done. Good tables and chairs. That one on the right there, I probably wouldn't put that in. It's sort of right there on that right-hand edge. Not so sure about that. But the other tables and chairs, really well done. Two nice figures walking towards us. Just be careful with the one on the figure on the right is better than the one on the left. The one on the left looks like the head might be just a little bit too large. But two good figures. Very nice colour of the sand. And I like that bit of coolness in that bottom left-hand corner as well. Really, really good. Yeah, fantastic. And we've got the old Sanders Waterford logo showing through. Thanks very much, Sandra. And Sorrow. Nice bright scene. Two sets of figures walking towards us. Oh, nice placement for a yacht. I don't think many others have put in a yacht, but they're just the right place for a sort of faint, distant yacht there with a sail. The yacht club shadow. Now you've done angular shadow as well. Maybe it was an angular shadow. I'll take it back from Sandra's. I'll take it back from Sandra's element with that angular shadow. Sorry, Sandra. Nice yacht building with the shadow coming out. Tables and chairs. Yeah, they're really well done, particularly the nearest one to us. Nice colour of the beach swell. Just wondering whether the table and chairs on the left could be just a little bit larger, that group there. But great colour for the beach, lovely colour of the sand. Yeah, fantastic. Well done, Sorrow. And Sylvia, let me just zoom in a little bit on Sylvia's. Oh, you've got in the agaves in the foreground, bottom left corner, bottom right corner, a little tiny agave, little spiky plant showing in the middle there. Yeah, that's come out really well. It gives sort of some context to the area where you've got this kind of hedge of agaves, and you're looking out onto the maybe the slightly more private area of the beach. Lots of soft edges. You've got a soft transition of the beach to the sea. Got some distant seabirds coming in. The yacht club as well, a bit more detail of the yacht club with those kind of rectangular shapes over the terrace, and you've got the bar in. Oops, they got the bar in as well. Tables and chairs, 3 sets of chairs and tables. That's come up really well. Yeah, excellent. 2 good figures also. Yeah, very nice. Let me just sort of zoom in a bit more so we can see a bit more of Sylvia's. Yeah, excellent figures. A bit of movement on those. Yeah, I do like your, you've captured the shape of those curvy agaves really well. And Vicente. Nice soft edges. Beautiful composition. You got a soft edge between the sea and the sand. Maybe the sand's a little bit dark. I'm not sure if it's your photo, but maybe just a little bit dark. And also I would try and get around the distant chairs that are white against the darker background, maybe getting a harder edge around those, and make also that one on the left, maybe they make those a little bit lighter to make them stand out a bit more. But we got the overall pattern of them. That chair there needs to be bigger, a bit bigger, Vicente, the one that's closest to us. That would probably be the biggest one of the lot, that one there. 2 nice figures coming in. Do like that blue. That's a lovely blue. Looks like a cobalt blue. You got a bit grey with the distant sea. I think that blue could have been continued up to the horizon. Yeah, well done, Vicente. So thanks very much, all of you that were able to send in your a photo of your paintings from from the show, from the event, and I very much look forward to doing a much easier scene next month. And I think it's about time we need to do some boats at some stage as well. I don't think we've done boats for a good while, so stay tuned for that. Got to be a boat or harbour scene coming up soon. Thanks so much for all of you that took part, and I will speak to you soon.